Tropico 6 speech. Making a speech is very easy in the video game Tropico, and I'm going to explain to you how to do it. It's very important to learn to do it properly because you're going to be doing it often, number one. Number two, it's very easy to do. I will explain it to you. I didn't know for a long time, but now I know how to do it, and it will help you win the election. Okay, the key to making the speech is you want to appeal to certain voters, right? So voters have different issues that they're concerned with, and this is your score. If you acknowledge job happiness and you select job happiness, which has the lowest number, what it means is that job happiness will not be taken into account by voters. You don't want to select the high numbers. You want to select a low number, such as healthcare or job happiness. Number two, you don't want to select something that exists in one of the other categories. For example, faith happiness is going to exist because there's a religious faction. So job happiness is what I selected. You want to be careful about what you select. And then the next one we will look at, in this case, the environmentalists. What it means by praising the environmentalists, they will not, I'm sorry, maybe in some versions they're not taken into account. But in this one, it says it temporarily increases their standing, which means the 41 will temporarily become a higher value. I'm not sure exactly what this one is done. But the key is you want to choose the lowest number. There might be some overlap. For example, intellectuals and liberty. You want to know what those are. Then the next one is to blame someone. You got to be careful because if you blame a superpower, it's going to reduce your standing with them. You don't want to do that. So I usually put no one. And I don't know the total impact of blaming somebody. Hopefully someone who knows can come and post it below, or eventually I'll figure it out. And the next one is promise and improvement. You cannot promise an improvement in housing for this case because the value is too high, or because I promised it maybe on the last one. If you make a promise and you fail, then you're not allowed to make a promise on the next election. But this is another example where either if you select like job happiness, it overlaps with this job happiness. And maybe they won't take this issue into account if you promise to improve it, but you have to improve it. So the way to improve it, obviously, is to just go raise your budget and you'll improve it. Or the other thing is to do it the right way and to go through the almanac and figure out what you're doing wrong. It's going to almost always be building more buildings or upgrading a building or adjusting the budget for a building. It's almost always something to do with the way the buildings work. It could be done through edicts. For example, an edict can increase liberty or job happiness because there was an option where it says that they work less and get the same amount of wage or something like that. Crime safety is just build more police stations, etc. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you make a speech about winning elections. If you have any questions or comments, go to cheapbooks.cc, go to Video Games PC in the City Builder Tropico section. And that's it.